Okay, till the previous section we have seen the questions related to playing with magnets and which are single correct. Now let us discuss on the same topic, that is playing with magnets, which are multi-correct answer type. So what is the meaning of this multi-correct answer type? As already you know, where in this given options there may be possibility to have more than one option correct. So we have to choose that all the correct options related to this question. So now let us start the question number 42. Which of the following statements are wrong? Means in this, which statements are considered as a wrong? So for that, let us discuss which of them are considered as a wrong. Like poles repel each other, it is a correct statement. Like poles attract each other, it is a wrong statement. Magnetic substances are not affected by the magnet is also a wrong statement. And unlike poles repel each other is also a wrong statement. So here these three statements are taken as a wrong. So we have to choose these three because he is asking us which of them are wrong. So that's why just we have taken this complete border for these three questions. Next, question number 43. The south pole of a magnetic points in which direction? Means the south pole of a magnet points in which direction? So according to us, let us see, south pole will face which direction? Geographical north pole of the earth, it is wrong, so we should not choose. Geographical south pole of the earth, so this is the correct answer which we can choose. So it falls towards the, then magnetic north pole of the earth, so earth is also a magnet, so the magnetic north pole will be towards south, so this will be taken into consideration. Magnetic south pole of the earth, no, so this both the answers are taken as correct. So that's you can see this. So here you may have a confusion. So let me just clarify for you. If you consider this is the earth and this is geographical north and this is geographical south, then you know that the earth is acting like a magnet. If you take this is the earth's magnet, here you will have magnetic south and here magnetic north. So earth's magnetic north, earth's magnetic south. So geographical poles are different, magnetic poles of the earth are different. So that's why we choose this answer, geographical south, magnetic north, both are here. So that's why a bar magnet, if you take like this, here it will be south pole. Is it clear? Okay, next. Which of the following contain a magnet in it? Already which I have discussed the same question, but there we asked which one do not have a magnet. Here we are discussing which of them are having a magnet. Already you discussed, we know this. So radio will have a magnet, fan will have a magnet and compass will have a magnet. So what is the answer? This 3. Next. Which of the following materials is or are? Means if you are having more than one, that's why we take are. If you are having one, we take as a is. Not suitable for the core of the electromagnet. Means to prepare the electromagnet, whatever the metal we take, which is suitable, which is not suitable. So he is asking which is not suitable. Which is not suitable. So basically it should be a non-magnetic substance which is not suitable. So in this you can see steel, copper, aluminum, these three are not suitable for the electromagnets. Only soft iron is suitable. Next question. Magnets lose their property significantly. Means how a magnet will lose its magnetic property. That what we call it as the process of demagnetization, or how a magnet can get demagnetized. So here we know that if it is left in open area, it will not get demagnetized. If you heat it strongly, as we know that this is the property of demagnetization. So when you heat, it will lose its magnetic property. Dropping from the height is also one of the demagnetization property. So these are the options you can take for demagnetization. Means it will lose the magnetic property. Means whenever a magnet is heated, it will lose its magnetic property, or when you drop from a certain height, it will also lose its magnetic property. Next, passage type questions. So here they gave a passage. A train that uses a magnets to float above a track is called as a magwheel. That is called magnetic elevation trains. So these magnetic elevation trains are used as a magnetic properties. So this one, so magnetic trains floats above the guideway or experiences a very less friction, does not require the wheels. So which options are correct? As you know that all the three are correct. So that's why it will have a line which is acting like a magnet, and they will have a less friction because there is no much contact surface, and they do not have wheels. Next question. So magnet trains work on the principle that, so on which principle they work? As you said, the like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other. We take this both because when we want to stop, they act like a like poles, sorry, unlike poles. When they want to move, they act like a like poles. What is the use of these trains instead of wheels? So what happens? We use related to electromagnets. The property is electromagnets. Next, one of the important property of this magnet is that a freely suspended magnet always rests in the same direction. So this is one more passage. Let us see questions on that. The freely suspended magnet always rests in, as previously we have seen, always they rest in north-south direction. Always they rest in north-south direction, because these are passage type questions, simple to answer for us. We want to find the exact direction at a place. So to find this, what we use? What we use? We can look at the rising sun at that place, and then our face in east direction on our left will be north. So we can use the magnetic compass and find the direction, which is very simple. Means this can be used always, but this can be identified only based on the sun. So option B. Next, one end of a magnetic needle is the magnet compass is colored red. This end of this needle always points. So generally, when you see the magnet, we cannot directly decide a north or south unless or until we make it to freely suspended, or already if you have a one more magnet. So for that reason, what happens means, whenever they prepare the magnets, they color one end of the magnet. Generally, the colored end is always called as the north pole. So that is always towards the north. So why? Because north pole is always colored. Next, matrix match. So this is called as a match the following, which is related to matrix match. So which gives about multiple answers. So magnetic axis. So what is magnetic axis? The imaginary line joining the poles which are considered with respect to that. So option B. This is for option B. Next, you can see the questions which are related. Geometric length. It is the length which is taken into consideration. So let us see once again this set. Magnetic axis. So what is magnetic axis? The imaginary line joining the poles. So option B, that is magnetic axis. The next, geometric length. The length between the ends of the poles is called as a geometric length, and that is the length between the actual ends of a magnet. The next, magnetic length. So the length between the poles is called as a magnetic length. Then equatorial line, the line passing through the center of the magnet and perpendicular to its axis is called as equatorial line. So these are the options which are related to what? Match the following or matrix match. So one more set you can see. What is that one more set? Column 1 and column 2. This is called which magnet? This is called as a cylindrical magnet. So cylindrical magnet, option C. And question number 58, you can see symbol, that is bar magnet. And next question number 59, you can see this is a compass needle or a needle. The next 60, where we can see that is what? Horse magnet. Sorry. Then question number 61, you can see it is a ring magnet. Sorry, ring magnet, that is B. That is option B. So these are the options related to columns. Next, some questions which are related to assassination and reasoning. Natural magnets cannot be given desired shape or a size because they are obtained from the earth crust and they are having a weak nature. That's why they cannot be obtained. So natural magnets are weak magnets. So here the option both A and R are true, but R is not a correct reason why we are not giving a desired shape. So that's why both are correct. Next, when North Pole and the South Pole of two magnets brought together, they will attract. So like poles repel each other. So here both assassination reason are true. And but here he is telling, here they are attracting, but he is telling about repulsion. That's why we are not taking the option. So option B is correct. Next, the North Pole of a freely suspended magnet points towards the geographical north. So always it is correct. Using the pieces of iron, we can make artificial magnet. So A is true or is false. What? Only with the irons we cannot make the magnet. For iron pieces we should have a magnet also, and that should be a soft iron. Next, a compass is a magnetic device that is used by the sailors to find the direction. It is true. The sailors can find the directions by using the dial of magnet compass even if there is no magnetic needle fixed in it. If they doesn't have a magnetic needle, they cannot use it. Hence, option A is true, but or is false. Means assassination is true, but what reason is false. Next, a simple magnetic compass can be prepared by inserting a magnetized iron needle in a piece of cork and allow the cork to float in water kept in the bow. So this is about the arrangement. So again here also same, A is true but R is false, because in this arrangement the needle must touch water which floats. It is wrong. Next, integer type questions means some numerical value. A magnetic bar is broken into 4 pieces. The number of poles formed it means if one magnet is broken into 4 pieces, then how many poles it will have? So each magnet will have 2 poles. So totally it will have how many? 8. So they have totally 8 poles. So the total number of poles is 8. Next, minimum number of magnetic bars required to be stored safely are. Means if you want to keep a magnet safely, at least how many magnets you should want? At least you should have a 2 magnets, where by keeping the north and south pole of 2 different magnets with the help of a iron. Hence you require minimum 2. So you should have how many? Minimum 2 magnets. Is it clear? Next, in this figure they gave one soft iron and one steel, and is asking, the figure below shows a coil wounded on a soft iron core and identical coil wounded on a steel core. 5 nails are attracted to each other when the current is on and switch are then opened, the probability of number of nails still attracted to P and Q. So here, if you see, the probability for attracting P and Q is what? When they both are having, the options are 0 and 5. Next, statement type questions. A freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction. It is true statement. This happens because Earth itself behaves like a huge magnet. Yes, it is also true. So, the option is both the statements are true. Both the statements are true, and we can take B is explaining the A also. So, option A is correct. Next, like poles of a magnet repel while unlike poles attract. Same, if a magnet is cut into two halves, each half will have only a single pole. So here, like poles of a magnet repel, it is true, and unlike poles attract is also true. So statement A is true. But when you cut a magnet, each magnet will have two poles, but he is saying it's a single pole, it is wrong. So statement A is correct, but the statement B is incorrect. So option C. So thank you. So this is a explanation of our worksheet which is related to playing with magnets. So this is Yellesh signing off, and I am from the Apex Institute and a science physics source writer. Thank you.